All right, aggregate supply and demand in equilibrium. We got our price level. And our price. Okay, so anytime we have a happy, healthy economy, all of a sudden we have a short-run aggregate supply increase. That's going to be caused by something in our acronym of PIG. Okay, first one is productivity. Okay, that's going to be anything that makes us more productive or better with the same resources and people. So basically get more efficient, get healthier, get training, get technology, whatever it is that allows us to be better on a per hour basis, as in production. We also have our inputs, which treat like a palindrome. What do we put in our product? So if the quality and quantity changes or improves, remember we got labor, we got costs, got resources, there's all kinds of stuff that we can put into our product. If anything improves our input costs, if minimum wage drops, if we find new resources, anything like that that allows us to increase our production under a set budget. Okay. Then we have our inflationary expectations. If you own a business and you think things are going to be cheap next year, or if you think things are going to be expensive next year, that will alter how much supply you make. Right? If you think minimum wage is going to $15 an hour next month, and right now you're paying $8 an hour, I would produce a lot of stuff, wouldn't I? Because you can save on money. Then when minimum wage hits 15, it's going to cost you. And then eventually you'll just pass it on to your consumers, but in that transition time, it's going to cost you money. Okay? Now, the G in PIG is any kind of government action. Okay? So it's taxes. So if I want short-run supply to increase, what would happen with my taxes? They would have to be lower, wouldn't they? If my taxes are lowered, or if I get a subsidy from the government, or if my regulations were dropped. Okay? I know that there's been some deregulation right now of the coal industry, and I know, Caleb, other industries. The EPA has been gutted, whatever else has happened. But if those things that cost you money, as in limiting pollution, whatever else, if those things decrease, all of them can lead up to a increase in short-run supply. So, just like our other shifts, short-run supply, we know it's going to be an increase right here. So that increase, we're going to have short-run aggregate supply, where it shifts to the right. Now, we are no longer in long-run equilibrium. We're in short-run equilibrium, where supply crosses demand in a new place. If supply goes up, you have those workers making stuff. That means GDP went up. Now there's more supply with the same amount of demand. So if there's more of it and the same number of people, that makes the price drop from P to P1. So now down here, once we know we have our supply increase, let your labels tell the story. Price went down, GDP went up. So I know if prices go decrease and GDP increased, now just mirror those. This is basically how the short-run Phillips curve works. GDP is increasing, that means people are working, so unemployment drops. If price levels are dropping, that means inflation drops. So increasing supply is the one time where we have two positive outcomes, don't we? Okay? But eventually, it can lead to us needing to make other changes in the economy. Okay? So, make your shift, let your labels tell your story, and you'll get all of your outcomes based on what happens when supply increases.